Hurricane Peter McNeely from Medfield, Mass. On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass.
In the world of boxing, few champions could match Mike Tyson's meteoric rise and crushing falls. But what happens when a cocky opponent decides to mock Iron Mike before entering the ring? You won't believe the tremendous battles that took place, which left even the most dedicated supporters startled and the arrogant fighters paying a high price for underestimating the brilliant Iron Mike. Tune in for a wild ride through Tyson's most memorable encounters and learn why you should never mess with a living hero. Mike Tyson, the world's youngest heavyweight champion and the highest paid fighter in history, faced opponents who sought to provoke and scare him before contests, but their tactics backfired. His storied boxing career is filled with spectacular accomplishments and stratospheric ascent. Tyson's reputation and fearsome charisma preceded him in the ring, despite hurdles such as doping scandals and jail. Those that fought him and played psychological games, on the other hand, were typically beaten. From knocking out cocky opponents like Donnie Long and Mitch Green to crushing the famous Larry Holmes, Tyson's legacy in boxing continues as a force to be reckoned with. Frank Bruno. Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno was a highly anticipated boxing battle in 1989 for the WBA, WBC, IBF, and the Ring heavyweight belts. Tyson faced Bruno after overcoming a number of obstacles, including a street fight injury and personal troubles, following a knockout victory against Michael Spinks. The fight was originally scheduled for October 8, 1988 in England, but it was postponed due to Tyson's hand injury and then again owing to financial disagreements. Finally, the fight took place on February 25, 1989 at the Las Vegas Hilton. The bout began with bout combatants exchanging strikes vigorously. Tyson put Bruno down early in the opening round, but Bruno fought back fiercely. Bruno was docked a point throughout the fight for aggressive holding. In an unexpected move, Bruno stunned Tyson in the opening round with a devastating combination to the head. Tyson, on the other hand, recovered and continued to dominate the bout. Tyson aggressively assaulted Bruno with powerful combinations by the fifth round, and the contest ended when Tyson landed a sequence of devastating strikes against the ropes, leading the referee to stop the fight shortly before the round's conclusion. Tyson won the fight via technical knockout. Following the fight, Tyson defended his belt once more against Carl Williams before surrendering his undisputed heavyweight title to James "Buster" Douglas. Tyson continued his boxing career with mixed results, defeating multiple opponents while dealing with legal issues, including a rape conviction. Tyson faced Bruno again in 1996, this time as a WBC heavyweight champion. Tyson won the fight by knocking Bruno out in the third round and capturing the WBC belt. Bruno announced his retirement from boxing following this battle. Donnie Long. Donnie Long engaged in pre-fight insults and provocations against the powerful Mike Tyson in a highly anticipated battle on October 9, 1985. Despite the fact that the odds were stacked strongly against him, Long showed no respect and attempted to psychologically unsettle Tyson before entering the ring. However, once within the squared circle, Long's arrogance and bravado vanished. Tyson landed a stunning torrent of punches in 1 minute and 28 seconds, knocking Long to the mat 3 times. Tyson, who was 19 at the time, displayed his prowess and dominance, leaving little doubt about the fight's outcome. Despite Long's efforts to create a challenge for himself, Iron Mike won by a clean and conclusive knockout. This fight served as yet another proof of Tyson's enormous talent and reputation as one of the world's most formidable boxers, cementing his position in boxing history. Mitch Green. The 1986 boxing match between Mike Tyson and Mitch Green, dubbed New York is Busting Out, took place on May 20, 1986. At the time, Tyson was an undefeated 19-year-old with an impressive record of 19 knockout victories. His opponent, Mitch Green, a former heavyweight contender, was ranked 1 spot ahead of Tyson in the WBC heavyweight standings. Before this bout, Tyson had a challenging fight against James "Quick" Tillis, which went the full 10 rounds and ended in Tyson's favor by unanimous decision. Shortly after that match, it was announced that Tyson would face Green at Madison Square Garden, despite the considerable gap in their respective purses. Tyson was guaranteed $250,000, while Green was only set to receive $30,000. Green threatened to withdraw from the fight unless his purse was increased, but he decided to continue when he was informed that a shot at the WBC heavyweight title was at stake. The fight itself saw Tyson in control for most of the match, although he couldn't score a knockout over Green. Green employed a tactic seen in many of Tyson's future fights, holding him frequently to nullify his powerful punches. Despite Green's efforts, Tyson won the fight convincingly via a lopsided unanimous decision. In 1988, 2 years after their boxing match, Tyson and Green were involved in a notorious street fight in Harlem. Green claimed Tyson's promoter owed him money and confronted Tyson at Dapper Dan's. The altercation escalated and Tyson delivered a powerful right hand to Green's face, severely injuring him. Tyson also fractured his right hand in the process, leading to the postponement of his scheduled fight against Frank Bruno. Although Tyson and Green never squared off in the ring again, their street fight added to the drama surrounding their rivalry. Tyson later recounted this incident in his book and during his one-man Broadway show, The Undisputed Truth, in 2013. Larry Holmes. The heavyweight boxing match between Mike Tyson and Larry Holmes, known as Heavyweight History, took place on January 22, 1988. Tyson's promoter, Don King, arranged this highly anticipated bout after Tyson's successful run of 4 championship wins in 1987. Holmes, a former WBC and IBF heavyweight champion, had been retired for almost 2 years after suffering 2 consecutive losses to Michael Spinks. However, enticed by a $3 million offer and the chance to regain the heavyweight title, Holmes agreed to face Tyson, declaring, "They stole my title, and I had to come back." The fight generated much buzz, with speculation that a Tyson victory would solidify him as a fighter who could have beaten the legendary Muhammad Ali in his prime. It was also rumored that Tyson took the fight to avenge Ali's past defeat to Holmes, as Ali was present as the guest of honor ringside. Holmes was vocal in his criticism of Tyson, vowing to knock him out. But once the bell rang, it became evident that Tyson's youth, speed, and power were too much for the aging Holmes. Although Holmes showed promise in the early rounds, using his left jab effectively, Tyson's aggressive onslaught wore him down. In the 4th round, Tyson unleashed a series of punishing blows that sent Holmes to the canvas 3 times. Referee Joe Cortez ultimately stopped the fight, awarding Tyson the victory by technical knockout. After the match, Tyson went on to defeat Tony Tubbs in Japan and then faced Michael Spinks in a highly anticipated fight. Meanwhile, Holmes decided to retire for the 2nd time after his loss to Tyson. However, in 1991, he made a successful comeback, winning 5 consecutive fights before taking on Olympic gold medalist Ray Mercer in an upset victory. Holmes went on to face undisputed heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield, putting up a valiant effort, but ultimately losing the bout via a unanimous decision. In the aftermath of the Tyson-Holmes fight, a blockbuster deal was struck between Tyson's camp and Spinks, setting up the long-awaited Tyson-Spinks fight with substantial purses for both fighters. Peter McNeely. On August 19, 1995, the much-anticipated boxing match between Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely, titled "He's Back," marked the return of Tyson to professional boxing after a 4-year absence due to his 1991 arrest and subsequent conviction for rape, which led to a 3-year prison sentence. Before his legal troubles, Tyson had defeated Donovan Razor Ruddock twice, earning him a shot at the undisputed heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield in November 1991. However, Tyson's plans were derailed when he was arrested and later convicted for the rape of Desiree Washington. After serving 3 years, Tyson was released on parole in March 1995 and announced his comeback to boxing with Don King as his promoter. After much speculation about his first opponent, it was revealed that Tyson would face relatively unknown boxer Peter McNeely on August 19, 1995. The fight itself was a brief encounter, lasting only 89 seconds. McNeely came out swinging aggressively, but Tyson quickly evaded his wild punches and dropped McNeely to the canvas with a powerful right hand within the first 10 seconds of the bout. McNeely managed to continue the fight after a standing 8 count, but was once again knocked down by Tyson's right uppercut less than a minute later. McNeely's manager, seeing the danger his fighter was in, entered the ring to protect him, resulting in Tyson's victory by disqualification. Despite the short duration, the fight was a massive financial success, grossing $96 million worldwide, including a record-breaking $63 million in pay-per-view buys from 1.52 million American homes. This achievement was later surpassed by Tyson himself in 3 subsequent fights, 2 in 1996 and the 1997 rematch between Tyson and Holyfield. Thanks for watching! If you were as shocked as we were by this jaw-dropping moment, don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on more exciting boxing stories and sports insights. Stay tuned until the next time.